All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
The Legend of Vox Machina, Season 1, Episode 5. Hell yeah, we going to Whitestone. Okay, yeah, let's see if we can defeat these this vampire and necromancer power couple. Maybe with extreme prejudice,
Yes.
you know? Yeah.
But not with the power of the Everlight.
Yeah. But maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to give the Briarwoods some bad news. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. I would love that.
Yeah, but as our crew is setting out, they're just kind of hoping that Uriel and co, will
catch up to them or whatever.
Just kind of let this happen because one of the issues that they've got going on is that, well, the Briarwoods aren't really making contact really with the council anymore. So they might be on their own.
They might be.
Vox Machina might be going into some dire straits, if you will.
That's right. Yes, and we'll have to see what kind of minions this power couple has at their disposal, because it did seem like they had quite a few people in Percy's backstory, including his tutor. So who knows how far their reach extends.
Yeah, and what kind of friends might you find? Since this was your home, Percy.
That's true. There might be
surely there'd be someone there, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh.
Ooh, Singorn?
Yeah.
Story, mayhaps?
Oh, no, they're in him on.
Oh, yeah.
They're just trying to get out of the city.
Right.
Ah! Yes!
They've got to go shopping before they go.
Nice.
Hey! Come on. It can't be far.
All right, well, guard number one was clearly Matt, the one with the deeper voice.
Crime doesn't pay, but it is entertaining.
So they were actually going to steal from Gilmore.
Oh, we weren't breaking in or anything. Just, sort of on the run.
Nice.
Okay.
Dagger.
Yep.
Perfect. Ooh, I don't want to know. No, that's a lie. I absolutely want to know.
Kind of pissed off a vampire.
Holy water.
Yeah.
Only things truly known to stop a vampire. Oh, thank you, Rodrigo.
Ah!
Gem.
Is this a Gilmore mansion?
Oh.
You mentioned direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Vax.
You're staring.
So, Gilmore, your friend was going to
Haggling.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Let's just
Wow.
say I'd hate to see what Gilmore charges his enemies.
All right.
No. Vex, upset about the amount of gold you had to spend. No.
Trying to concentrate.
Oh, is that what you're doing? I thought you were practicing your resting bitch face.
Excuse me. For the record, I have a magnificent bitch face.
Yes, you do.
I love their banter.
All I can make out is one word of Delilah's craptastic scribble. Something called a zipper twat.
Okay, yeah, actually, I think it's a...
Ziggurat. Yeah.
Ziggurats were ancient structures used for contacting gods.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I could
Interesting.
I fell asleep a lot in ancient abyssal class.
Please.
Trying to deal with his feelings.
No, he's missing Pike.
It's too hard. Pike said I could talk to her even if she's not here and I'd feel her. It doesn't work. Hey,
Oh.
Mike is going to be fine.
I'm more worried about us without her. Me too, Brock. Me too.
All right.
Ah, sweet. Yeah.
Percy, stop.
I'm not that tired.
No, I mean stop the damn cart. Something's tracking us.
Woof.
No.
Little pupper.
No. That thing is not a
shit.
puppers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ah. Well.
Oh, all right.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Wagon's not going to be able to chase him through that. Oh, nice.
Oh, let's go,
Okay.
Keelan.
All right. Oh. God damn it.
Of course, of course.
I'll take the big one.
I'll take the other big one.
Oh. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Oh! Oh, Grog! Oh my God!
This better be worth it.
Whoa. Well, that exploded, yeah.
Scott Scanlon, we have no choice.
I am not dying to save that nerve. Get me closer.
Nope. Here we go.
All right. I was waiting
Yeah,
for it. I was
yeah.
like, everyone knows that in D&D, carts and horses don't last long.
Ooh.
Oh. That dick.
There he is, baby! Big Miss Hand!
At least we still have our holy water. Perfect.
I mean, and then Scanlon goes and flies down to get it, right?
Okay, long range.
Excellent. We have a schedule to keep, but the residuum needs to be pure.
Yep.
Lord and lady, the dinner guests you requested.
The dinner guests.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Did you win a prize?
Holy shit.
You've been chosen for a very special.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
Here they
my
are.
god. I love that we're actually getting to see them.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, it's happening.
Fuck.
Whoops. A little too much. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry.
You're fine, no worries. Okay, let's see what this baby can do.
You got a baby in that thing?
What? No, Grog. It's a scroll I picked up from Broomscythe's cave. Lumehon.
It made you handsomer. Master von Plumahon.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
Hands off.
This forest reminds me of home a little.
Your home must be nice.
It's beautiful and big.
Don't listen to my sister. I don't know your people, rituals, or what you think you're running from. But I know you. I know you care about others.
Thanks, friend.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Wow.
Kill me.
yep.
Oh, cool.
Yes. How may I be of service?
Hey.
I need the Everlight, but
Are you all right, my child?
I was helping my friends battle a dark mage and she cracked my holy symbol and I haven't been able to connect or heal or do anything and now I think I'm cursed.
Whatever has happened to you, child, the Everlight accepts you as you are.
How about, what's the strangest creature you've ever killed?
Oh, that's easy.
I will return, and I will find
Yes.
Oh my god.
The Rakshasa.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yes!
I love it. Brilliant.
The worst monster I've ever faced.
So what?
That's still finished. What's the worst monster you've ever faced?
Really? Really?
They're actually asking.
Whitestone. And we'll all be facing them soon.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, you're no fun.
I keep thinking about when we left Simon.
Screw that place.
We didn't let ourselves get distracted by pretty things. Careful, brother. Those vines have thorns.
You know, sometimes courage is knowing there could be trouble and taking the chance anyway.
So is stupidity.
Who's on watch? Who's on watch?
Damn it!
Yeah, he's on watch. Yeah.
Nice. I was gonna say we gotta see the names.
What's Whitestone like, Percy?
Yes, what should we expect?
It's beautiful. Lush. Orchards always in bloom.
Yeah, about that.
We're going to help you get it back.
All of it.
Yeah, hopeful optimism. Oh boy.
Percy,
What have they done?
Oh, you ain't seen nothing
Yeah,
yet.
you ain't seen anything.
The guards.
Yes! Yes! They're here!
Percy,
Sentry.
okay?
Yes! Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god, here we
Holy
go!
shit.
There we go!
Yeah.
It's us. Oh!
I love
Listen to that!
Yeah, with the creaking of the ropes in the background.
Oh!
Damn. Good choice. Well,
Alright, we're here
all
in
right.
Whitestone.
Yep. Mhm.
That's the Sun Tree.
God, the
There
fact
they
that
are.
I mean, because of course, now that I think about it, of course they would show us the family or all the people.
Yeah, they're
Beforehand.
not a family.
No,
They're
yeah, no, just people
they're
that
just
they
an
grabbed.
assembly of people.
Yeah, just an assembly of people. But because it's a show, right, we don't have to have it just be the perspective of the main characters,
Yep.
right? So we get to see the little girl be like, "What happened? Did we win a prize?" Oh my god! Like,
Imagine, Jacob, if you had no idea, like, anything about this, and
Yep.
you came into this for the first time, and you're just like,
I
Oh, yeah.
I would love to hear just the thoughts of any of you that have not seen like the actual campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
Of just how you responded to this.
yeah,
Because, oh boy.
yeah,
Oh,
because
boy.
this is the threshold.
Right, exactly.
This is where we start.
It's the, oh, okay, yeah, the rest of the party maybe just needed to do this because Uriel's, like,
Right.
under their control.
Right,
And hey,
yeah,
they want to
yeah.
help their friend, right? Cool.
Yeah, totally.
But now it's like, oh no,
oh no,
Oh.
we're facing evil.
these people are bad.
They are
They
so
are sick and twisted.
sick.
And,
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And the way in which she can be like, oh, why, yes, little girl. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, well,
This is why you get Grey Delisle,
yeah,
right?
this is why you get great alive.
Because-
oh my god.
Yeah. But,
All right, okay, cool. So we got our combat in the beginning.
Yep.
We got ourselves a CG fest, which is I guess unfortunately that's what you have to do.
But they made it work.
Yeah, there were some bits that were just a little bit off. But I really liked the terror of these beasts and what their forms were with the split thing there.
Oh, yeah.
They did not look natural.
Nope.
In terms of any way, shape, or manner.
And I loved the whole thing of Keyleth originally being like, hey, a wolf, hi, and then,
puppers.
no.
No.
And I like that they actually succeeded, right? That they were able to get the book back from, Vox Machina, right? Deliver it back to Lady Briarwood. It's another way to showcase that these villains, even though they're sending their peons to do stuff right now,
Right.
they are still badass, right? They know what they're doing. It's not just some joke to keep things exciting, right?
And they're aware of what you're doing. They're aware that you're on their way.
Yeah.
That's why the Sun Tree has them there. That's
prepared to greet you.
They're greeting you. Exactly. They're like,
Yep.
"Oh, are you ready?"
Yeah.
Do you know what your being here did to the people of Whitestone? You're not going to have allies.
Nope.
No.
Uh-uh.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's not just we'll dress them up as you for the sake of, like, unsettling you, but also so that everyone else in the city knows that this is because of you.
Yeah, because they're going to look at them up there and be like,
nice
why?
little reminder.
Why?
Why would
And
you
then
come
they're
here?
gonna-
Things
and
were
then
bad enough already.
Right,
Yeah.
and then they're going to see a, specter, basically, version of the people that are up on the tree, because to them, it's the other way around.
Right,
You're
exactly.
them,
Yeah.
and then they're us,
Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
love the quiet whisper that Marisha delivered. It's us.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
And then the creaking
we
of
all
the ropes
knew.
in the credits. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's just dark.
Yep.
And obviously, like, this is reason why this show is so good to have animated.
Right.
Is you can have these really disturbing things shown, and there's that minor separation of it being, real life because it's animated. But then
exactly.
also as well, you can show nasty, horrible monsters in the same episode.
Yep.
And both are different levels of dark and twisted. But we're able to accept both in the same thing there.
Right. And
Now,
because
yeah.
they were able to make it however they wanted, they can do things like showing kids that have been hanged, right? I can imagine that would be the kind of thing where if it was on like a regular network or something, that might be something where they're like, well, do you have to have that in there?
Right, right.
But-
Where they would just show the feet,
Right, exactly.
And-
something like that.
Yeah.
But
But
then
not-
that would ruin the effect,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Because you know that when this is all over, they're gonna have to go and take them down. There's things that we know about, stuff
Sure.
like that. But the Sun Tree is a very important thing as the way they set it up.
Indeed.
In Whitestone.
Yeah.
And we'll get into, spoiler talk at the end of the discussion.
Oh, yeah.
So for those of you that don't want to be spoiled, you can
Stick
skip
around.
out on that part there. No, don't
don't
stick
stick around. Yeah, but if you want to,
Yeah, but we'll go into that then.
Uh-huh.
I really loved, again, that they focused a lot on a quiet character kind of little
Yep.
moments here. Again, it feels like they're doing a really good job of saying, like, hey, this is a D&D campaign where people have downtime. It
Right.
doesn't need to be action mile a minute constantly. We have opportunities for breathing.
Yep.
Grog having just his moment of, Pike, I don't feel her,
Right.
It's like,
I'm
oh,
trying to
that's-
talk to her, but it's not working.
yeah, and that's sweet. That's sweet. It's further a little reminder that Pike meant a lot to the group, but not only that, she's helpful to the group, and
Yep.
I love that we see her getting to the temple, and for the life of me, I forgot the name of the priest that greets her there, but I think she's important later.
Oh yeah.
But we already have also the Vax Keyleth relationship starting to
Just
be
the
shown here.
Absolutely adorable, like
Awkward.
Uh-huh.
But I
Yep.
love Vex being like, hey,
Right.
focus.
even if it means she has to throw a cheesy line out there every once in a while of those vines have thorns.
And it's just like, oh God,
Yeah.
oh God. Like, friend? And I'm like, oh God. I forgot
I mean,
how awkward
no,
Keyleth
friend
as a
friend
character.
is classic Keyleth,
Oh yes,
like,
I know.
stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm with you. There are things that I didn't necessarily find entertaining
Oh, yeah.
about
Like-
characters.
No, like so much of the campaign, for those of you who haven't seen it, like when the Vax Keyleth stuff happens, the other players will just be like sinking into their chairs and like, oh no, oh God,
Oh,
you
God.
know. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
Yeah, but it's fun because Vex as a character is one that is a little bit rough around the edges in terms of how easy it is to like her.
Sure.
One of the things that I think is perfect that they're showing in the show thus far is that she's the most practical
Right.
of everyone there. Now, obviously, they're all practical in certain ways, but Vex is constantly thinking about that. Not everyone else is.
Nope.
Percy, in some level, should be one of the most practical people.
But he's
so
hot-headed
focused on
right now, yeah.
vengeance
Uh-huh.
that how helpful is he going to be for stuff like that?
But like,
so
let's go through the rest of the lineup.
Exactly. Grog
Keyleth,
and Scanlan.
Grog, Scanlan. None of them will give
not at all.
any help as far as practicality.
Vax is kind of neutral.
Yeah,
he's not really that like helpful in that regard for being
like sometimes he can help out, but he's also very much like a I'll do my thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of a lone wolf in that regard.
Right.
But yeah, Pike would have been one of the other people, and she's gone.
Yep.
So again, every character is showing the ways in which they're kind of picking up the slack.
Right.
And that's
And maybe Vex isn't fully satisfied with how Keyleth is doing on picking up the slack. You know.
Yeah.
But
also we got the funny little monster stories, which were
those were great
because we had 2 funny Easter eggs that we'll talk about in the spoiler section. They were really good.
Basically, some of the things shown there
were inside jokes.
You know, so it's like, okay, nice.
I see what you did there. That was cool.
The bit with Scanlan's though, it's like, of course, that's we can like everyone can see that coming, right?
Yeah.
And apparently the monster probably saw Scanlan coming too, but I don't know. I just wanted to work that in there somehow.
Yeah, well done. But on the other side with Scanlan, we have the reveal of Scanlan's hand, and this is something that Scanlan can do. We've seen him do this in the show before.
Yep.
So what other things could he do with this kind of
now
power?
he can transform. So yeah.
Well, now he can win the flip-off fights with Vax.
That's true. That is very true.
Makes the biggest middle finger
I was straight up a little bit surprised that when the bag with all the items fell, that Vex wasn't like, hold on, stop. Go back down there. We're getting that shit. Who cares if the holy water broke?
It's a little time skip to show that, they did eventually get down there and find it. The creature thing doesn't care about their enchanted arrows. And
exactly. Yeah.
But the holy water is probably busted.
Probably.
Yeah.
Paid good money for that shit. But I also got to say, again, I love the Vex and Percy dialogue. The banter, I feel like, is just really good. I loved their dynamic in the campaign, so I like that that's able to come to life here. And given how many characters there are, how short the episodes are and everything, it really feels like a treasure that is able to be brought over.
Right. The tricky thing about being fans of the show and watching this show, the 2 shows basically, is that this is an abridged version of the campaign.
It's going to be like the equivalent of a book adaptation on steroids.
Yeah. It is folly, I would say, to try and critique this too much on the idea that there's so much being left out and cut out.
Because of course there is. You can't have 500 hours of content in a 25 minute
not even that.
Show.
Even cutting out so much of the little detailed moments and making it into something where you move things around at a regular pace. Because combat's the easiest one to do that for. Because combat in and of itself, in D&D terms, takes place with a round every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So if you're going to have a minute fight in animation, that's perfect.
Right. That's plenty.
That's plenty.
A minute in D&D time is
forever. 4 hours of, that's a whole session,
Yep.
So having then the quieter moments where they still have to cut things out, and maybe tweak things and stuff like that. I feel like they're striking a good balance now that we're 5 episodes in, with having each character still get their little moments in each episode. And I think that in terms of how a D&D campaign is generally structured, with when players are having their downtime and stuff, sometimes 2 characters just talk for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And that's not realistic.
Yeah, you cannot put that in a TV episode.
In the TV show. Yeah. So if we keep up this kind of pace of things, I think that there'll be, unfortunately, a lot of things that we'll just have to see not get adapted, basically.
And that's probably the eternal struggle of the creators, is they're thinking, okay, what do we actually get to keep? We've got to choose with our children here, right? Exactly. All of these wonderful scenes, and there's no way we can keep them all in here. And even the ones that we do keep in, we're going to have to truncate them and shrink them down and, make them as concise as possible.
Yeah, and it's that shrinking down part that I think needs to be applauded, because sometimes they'll do so much in 5 seconds. And that 5 seconds is meant to be characterization for a specific character that ties into another thing that we know is coming later. So when we, as people that have, viewed the campaign, see kind of specific things, it's important that you kind of look at it more from the broader picture of, if we're going to have, only 10 minutes of dedicated, like, Scanlan time to focus on his deeper characterization across both
like
seasons thus far, like, which parts are we going to showcase at different things in here? And then also, what parts are we going to show their personality through comedy, stories, and what have you.
Exactly. Yeah, we can't have a song every episode,
No.
Like, that'd be too much.
Even though
we would love to see it,
like, almost every time Scanlan had a fight that he was in, he came up with a little ditty for bardic inspiration.
Right.
That's not realistic to have.
Just the
thing.
compilations from the campaign 1 of those is something like, I want to say, like 3.5 hours. Like, it's really long.
It's a bit.
So, you're going to be cutting out a lot when it comes to a show.
Yeah. But we're here in Whitestone.
We are indeed.
After 5 episodes.
And we've seen just how vile these Briarwoods are.
We've got giants. Actually, let's just go into the spoiler talk right now.
Yeah, let's do
y'all,
that.
If you are not wanting to have spoilers for future stuff happening in this show or, campaign 1 or Critical Role in general, leave now!
Get out of here.
This is
Get
it.
gone.
All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Okay.
Oh my god. So we've got the giants.
Got the giants.
Yeah.
We've got Scanlan now. Like, that's a clever way to introduce polymorphing, you know?
Yeah.
So now we are
Scanlan
going to
Canada.
get him doing Scanbo. That is going to be so good.
Yeah. Oh, I like that they're doing this kind of visual foreshadowing with little things like the names.
Yep.
It's really on the nose, I would say, for if you know what to look for. But the idea is that we have now had twice an assembly of characters that are shown next to the Briarwoods, and not necessarily any reason for their names to come up in dialogue. So, to have Percy have their names on the list here.
That's a very clever way to give that information to the audience.
Yeah.
While at the same time being some extra characterization for Percy. And that's actually something that I wish I had brought it up before the spoiler section. Just that bit of him turning the gun barrels, I loved it. Yeah. Like, that was so atmospheric and just communicates and shows exactly what's on his mind right now.
I'm going to kill all of them.
Yep.
Yeah. I love how much Percy will just fade into the background when there's not stuff basically that's Briarwood focused kind of in.
He's brooding
in tone there, but you can tell that he's like focused. He's doing his own form of meditating.
Yep.
He's getting ready.
In the previous episode, when he was drawing up like the diagram of like the castle, I straight up thought he was drawing up a diagram of Whitestone of, when we get there, here's how we're gonna get in.
Right.
And it turns out it was for Grayskull, which was all right, cool.
Right.
But yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, for some reason, forgot how big the giants were. Like, I mean, they're big. They're big zombies, basically. But still.
Yep.
Like, what?
As far as making an impression, it's like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Also, I can't wait for them to run into Cassandra. Oh. That's going to, like, oh man, because like, that's just gonna be so spicy. Like,
yeah.
And then, of course, getting to see all the people who haven't seen, the campaign and stuff, just be like,
right.
oh yeah, Sister's back. And to be fair, I feel like that's one of the more like easy to see coming like twists and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. But at the same time, that doesn't mean it's gonna, not hit as hard, right?
Right.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see the next episode going almost up to when Pike comes back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can see that.
Like, where would you see maybe the next episode?
I don't know. It's tough because I originally, like, at the end of the previous episode, right, I was thinking that, okay, this next episode will for sure see the Sun Tree, right?
Yep.
And while that would make for a great cliffhanger,
And
it feels,
did.
and it did, right? I didn't think that it would necessarily have to be the cliffhanger. It could be like the thing at the very beginning of like, okay, they show up to Whitestone, oh shit. And then it's
Right.
like, then the episode happens, right? Because they ended up deciding to give a lot of focus to the characters, which I'm
I'm
always
here for
going
it.
to be for, right?
Yep.
You know, any bit that we can basically recoup to get closer to the long form campaign kind of feel,
Yeah.
I will absolutely be you know,
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on board with.
and that's why I made my whole comment, y'all, about the idea of pacing and
Yep.
having moments like this that are abridged, truncated versions of
Right.
things that happen in the show, in the campaign proper, because they need to be in there to reinforce the idea that this is a journey. There's going to be
Right.
a lot of stuff like this.
You don't want it to be over too quickly.
You want to be over too quickly, but also we need to care about these characters because not everybody is hyper attached to
Exactly.
the party yet.
Yep.
In fact, one of my favorite things about watching social media for this show coming out is seeing which characters are becoming the fan favorites.
Ooh, yeah.
Because there's this idea that I think a lot of people have that when you look at campaign 1 as a whole, that there's like 1 or 2 or 3 like main fan favorites, right? And then some of the other characters are great, but they're not like the iconic characters. And it's been interesting seeing like a lot of people focus more on like, oh, I love Vex, or I love Aquila, she's so relatable, or like, oh, I really love what they're doing with Pike here. And weirdly enough, like most of those characters were not in the like top fan favorite.
Right, like most of
characters.
the top fan favorites are the Grogs, the Scanlens, yeah.
Basically the goofier characters.
Sure.
The characters that had, I would say, less emotional depth in the beginning of the
Right,
story,
because
especially.
it's one of those things that every now and then I can kind of forget that, like, oh yeah, that's right. All of the people in this show are like pros at what they do, you know,
Sure.
of like bringing that character to the forefront.
Yeah.
But a TV show is a very different medium
Very
from a
different
D&D
medium,
campaign,
yep.
right? And so not only will things need to be, you know, truncated down and made more concise and things like
Polished.
that. Yeah, polished and everything.
Yeah.
But also just the energy is going to be different, right?
Sure.
So Scanlan, well, I can imagine that people will, must absolutely love Scanlan with all his antics and everything. That's not going to be quite the same as the, here's the bard doing his bard thing in the campaign, right? You know,
Right, yeah.
like it's going to be a bit different.
Yeah,
So
I actually feel like that's one of the things that even for me, I'm not as enticed by Scanlan at this point because I haven't seen him for 70 hours at this point.
Right,
you know?
right, uh-huh.
Or
I'm
I
just
think
so
at this
glad
point
that
it would've
Grog
been-
is getting all the
and
emotional
at this point, it would have been
depth to him.
closer to about 100 hours, I would say. We would have had of all the characters.
Probably between 70 or 100, somewhere around there.
So it's going to be tricky to figure out ways to then sprinkle the focus, if you will, on all the characters, little bits here and there.
Right.
And also I love just as a little throwaway thing the amount of Easter eggs that they continue to throw.
Oh
in this,
yeah,
in this,
the
in this show.
Rakshasa,
The Rakshasa,
Vex,
just
that's-
like, and he just throws that.
like, it's not just
heard that
funny.
before.
I think that's fucking brilliant because
Right.
because
It's
you're
one of the most
actually
forgotten plot lines in
Yep.
all of campaign 1. Everyone knows it.
right.
Yep.
And then, but the thing is that is probably going to come up in the future. That will be a great twist to have. I want to say it was Gilmore,
It
right?
was
yeah.
Gilmore.
Yeah, it was
yep.
Gilmore.
Who goes up to seduce Vax.
Yeah, and then
suddenly
it's the Rakshasa, right? And it's
Rakshasa,
like,
yeah.
oh shit. But, that would theoretically mean nothing, right, to the audience of the show here, right? Other than just, oh God, I guess, Gilmore, what happened, right? But no. We're actually seeding that here with a forgettable comedy bit of
Yep.
just, oh yeah, just someone, I will find you. Yeah,
Whatever. yeah.
sure.
Heard that before.
Right. God, that was good.
Also, I love the whole Keyleth just casual murder
With
joke
the
as well,
lava,
with the lava.
too.
That was so funny.
Shh, sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah. Like,
And they're like, wow, that was dark. And she's just got the like,
God,
this is fine. You know?
I want to see Keyleth faceplant in lava with Raishan so bad. Like, that's just gonna be so good.
just like horrifically violent, just whole just dead,
Yeah.
whole front half of the body
right.
just melted off.
Not like the traditional like cartoon like singed and their hair is all black and everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But no, like actual like skin gone, red, blood, blackened, bone, and like just
Oh, she's dead, instantly dead, and it's just like, yeah, that's the other thing, is that since Pike's gone, no one can die. But this is a thing that they have to eventually communicate through the show. Is, are we going to have in our show, which is a cardinal rule in a lot of fantasy series, don't bring resurrection into your story, because that is an integral part of D&D.
Yep.
So they can go with they're unconscious, but there are key moments in campaign 1 where characters die. In fact, it's a big portion of the story. I mean, why am I trying to be subtle here? You guys know what I'm talking about,
right?
But just the idea that they're eventually going to have to bring that up, because as Percy starts to go on his murdering spree, no mercy Percy, there's characters that don't die when they get killed.
Yes, indeed.
And that's
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is that like even with the way Matt runs his campaigns, right?
Yes.
It was something where he specifically tried to combat the
yes, what was it called? Whack-a-mole style combat?
Well, yes, that too.
Where you can just like pop people back up.
Right, that's sort of the 5e meta, right? Just healing word. Okay, there you go, because there's no negative hit points, right?
Right.
And all the death saves go away completely when you get healed.
Yeah.
But the idea of the resurrection rolls and stuff, right? To try and make it be something where when you die, that's a serious thing. Now, it still ended up kind of being this thing where even if someone died in campaign 1, they weren't really dead, right?
Right.
And if Vax had told, the Raven Queen that Vecna's trying to become a god, then maybe you wouldn't have had to be in that, in that whole deal or whatever. But hey, there you go. And then here's a mechanical reason for why, no, you're going to die and that will be it, right?
Yeah.
But, how will they deal with that in a show where it's not D&D, right?
Right.
Having people come back from the dead, people aren't necessarily going to understand that you need
or necessarily like that.
Necessarily like that, but even if they do potentially like that, it takes diamonds worth this much, and you need to make a roll to see if you can, they're
not going to do that. They're gonna have to do
that
it
doesn't
a
work.
way. So
right.
That's just things we have to think about. And as we head to Whitestone's inner sanctum here.
Yeah.
We are going to get some resistance fighters. It'll be interesting to see who really they end up getting, because I remember some of the characters that end up kind of being like, we'll go and spread word. And it starts to create the hubbub of like, something's
maybe
coming.
Things will change, or
But like they can't just go and start just rampaging the town. They need, they need their slaves basically.
Yeah.
But
one of the things that I'm also kind of curious about. Did you ever see Ripley so far?
No,
I haven't seen Ripley. And there's
I mean, she might have been in the shot from the previous episode where.
Yeah, it was like showing them with like all their people.
But I think they're saving Ripley as a twist that she might be on their side, basically. Because if you haven't seen the campaign and you and Percy's like,
no, that's
Ripley,
right.
yeah, and it's just like, wait, is she actually on our side?
That's right.
So I think that's going to be their whole thing. Because don't they find Ripley in the dungeons?
I want to say maybe I can't remember. I don't remember all the details, but
Ripley's one of my favorite characters.
Ripley is awesome
in the whole campaign 1,
and she's a terrifying enemy. Like the fact that she has like the same amount of PC kills as Raishan.
Yeah,
it's like. What? Yeah. But one of the things I was kind of like wondering for a bit is like, wait, what if they actually didn't have time for Ripley?
No.
I mean, because the thing is, I could kind of see that happening, but at the same time, you can't get rid of Ripley, right? No. It's just, saving her for the reveal.
I think what it is, Jacob, is that there's a lot of combat that's going to go really quickly,
right?
And I think that's the thing where. I think we're going to be surprised by how much they'll actually be able to go in depth with the Whitestone arc.
Sure.
The entire season. Like, it actually is going to be the entire season.
Right, and then maybe season 2 will be Chroma Conclave.
Right. But the end of season 1 being a battle underground,
right.
Like, that's going to be where it all goes down. And Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. But all right, we got our armaments, we got our party set out. We're now in the like moment by moment, every minute counts kind of aspect of a campaign, which is super exciting.
They are in the enemy territory.
And let's go. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if ain't that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.